we gonna put in the background?
I don't know.
I was thinking.
This was your idea.
It was, wasn't it? I was thinking maybe a nice rainforest background with like we'll put rainforest sounds and everything, like rain, and every once in a while you hear like a monkey scream. Or like every time we talk about an animal, I can just put it up back here. That'd be cool too.
Oh yeah, that's more work on your part.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking like the entire time, but I mean like when we're like, look at this picture.
Oh,
like,
I see. And
it'll just be right there. For all those at home, listening in your cars or headphones or whatnot, audio listeners, we have a green screen now. We don't know if it's gonna work. I've only used a green screen like once. Surely it's not that hard. You just gotta key it out, I think.
Oh, I thought you meant like it's hard to. It's not. Never mind. I thought you meant the process of putting it up and like making sure it works.
No.
Because I don't know if this is gonna work.
We'll see. If not, then we just have a green background and we're sitting this close for nothing.
Yeah.
I got nothing else. Yeah, I mean, I got nothing else.
I can't think of anything.
Man, that's crazy. All right, what's your critter?
All right, so in honor of MC Gainey's birthday, which was January 18th, so we're a few days behind.
Yeah.
He played the famous Captain of the Guard in Tangled Before Ever After. My critter this week is Homo sapiens.
Is it actually?
No, I'm kidding.
I was about to say,
it's Pascal the chameleon.
Oh, hell yeah.
So it's in honor of him. That's why the Rapunzel, I made note of it.
Hey, why is it in honor of him? Did he just his birthday?
I just want to talk about chameleons.
Oh, you just needed a segue?
Yeah, for specifically because Tangled, and I'm like, all right, whose birthday is like near this time?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's was like on the opposite side, except this guy. And I was like, all right. But he was that guard, like, you know the horse? What's the horse's name?
Maximilian?
Yeah.
Or Maximus?
I'll just call him Max. The owner of Max before, Flynn Rider and him become buds, it's that guy. But not from the movie. He didn't play him in the movie. Tangled Forever After, which I've never seen. But
I'm sure it fucks, though.
So what do you think the biggest misconception people make about chameleons?
If I had to take a guess, it would either be about their eyes or their color that they change. I think they can't change color so quickly. I don't know.
So a lot of people think chameleons can change their color based on their surrounding.
Yeah.
But it's sort of like camouflage. But it's not true. They actually change their color due to a number of different factors, including their mood, changes in light or temperature, or the humidity of their environment.
Oh. That's
I want to know if
that's disappointing.
Like if they're feeling sad, if they actually turn blue. Because that'd be cool.
That would be cool. I highly doubt it though somehow.
It says mood though.
I mean, I'm sure. I just don't know if sad equals blue. Also, what the fuck is the chameleon got to be sad about?
The girl just dumped him.
Oh man, that'd be pretty blue.
And then if they're angry, they're probably red.
Probably fiery red.
And then what's purple?
Lust.
Is that what that is?
I was just saying that. I mean, in Inside Out, purple is fear.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we'll just take it from the other Pixar movie, the Disney slide.
Yeah.
Anyway, different chameleons also have different colors. So, for instance, more dominant, attractive males will have brighter colors, and submissive males may have darker or browner grays. And women change their color based on whether they want to accept or reject the suitor.
What's the color for accepting?
I don't know.
Green for go. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh. And then red for knock it off.
Red for please get the fuck out of here.
And then orange is like, maybe.
Yeah, I'll think about it.
I'll take a slow drive around.
Yeah. I'll get back to you.
So for example, I would be a brighter colored chameleon and you would be a darker brown chameleon.
Why is that?
Because I'm the more dominant. I'm just kidding.
Why is that now?
I just wanted to. I was gonna make
I
a
guess
film example, but
yeah.
nobody's ever watched the movie I was thinking of.
Yeah. Yeah, good. I was assuming, I guess it makes sense.
That's picture, bro.
I was guessing it makes sense that brighter means more dominant because obvi.
Like a peacock.
Exactly. I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to seem like a dumbass.
What?
I don't know.
The what? Oh, he was a turkey.
Who's a turkey?
Yeah. Was that the turkey, the mayor?
Yeah. There's you got it. It's a the what?
The what? So if you can't afford a chameleon, if you can't find a chameleon because it is blending in its surrounding, just turn on the lights and you'll be able to find it.
What?
It may have been useful to have the lights on already, though. That's not my joke.
That's so stupid.
And they got eyes in the back of their head. Not literally, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
4 eyes.
But they can move each eye separately, and they can move it 180 degrees. So in total, it's like a 360 camera.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
I want to see a chameleon do that, like.
Yeah. Just look at a video.
I don't want to.
Oh, okay.
But
So you don't really want to see it that bad then.
I guess not. But
You know, one of my favorite movies of all time, main character is a chameleon. You could have paid respects to him.
Rango?
Yeah.
He's a chameleon?
Yeah.
He changed some other lizard.
He changes color in the middle of the movie.
I don't remember that.
Jesus.
I remember him being green.
It's an important part of the plot in his character development.
I bet, but I just don't remember.
I'm
See,
sure
that's
it
a
is.
cool tool. If people wanted to use a chameleon, that'd be a cool, like, from a real, chameleons do this type of thing.
Mhm.
That'd be cool to leverage in your storytelling because it came from actual research.
Yeah.
And that'd be just a cool way. That's just cool. I mean, I can't because I can't animate a chameleon.
Yeah, sure.
But that's just cool.
That's just cool. I mean, yeah, Pascal doesn't really do anything in Tangled.
He changes color.
I know, but I mean, like, it doesn't really affect the story
Oh, he
anymore.
does that. Remember that?
I do.
For the people at home listening,
Remember, he sticks
I
his
put my
tongue in
fist
his
together.
ear, and he goes,
speaking of their tongues, you can chop them off and they'll grow back. No, I'm just kidding.
oh, what's that? How would you fucking chop off a chameleon's tongue?
But the reason their eyes are like that is because they can see predators coming from behind them, so giving them a chance to scarper if they are about to get caught. Now,
Chance to
scarper
what now? Scarper?
just means getting away. I don't know why they got to put it like that.
Scamper.
But compare this to humans. So our eyes are in the front of our heads, and so giving
Like a
us a
predator.
narrow field of vision and a
Okay.
better perception of depth,
Like a predator.
like a predator. However, chameleons, they're more like prey
Mhm.
than predator. So they gives them excellent vision to see away from predators, but not as good at depth, which is crazy. I never thought of that.
You know what's funny? I remember I saw something that was talking about that, and it was like, if that's true, that predators have the eyes facing forward for the narrow and the depth and all that, and then preys have them on the sides of the head, then how come, or not like a how come, but like imagine, if you will, a dinosaur, a T-Rex skull. Those eye sockets are on the side of its head. So what predator was out there that was hunting down Tyrannosaurus Rexes? You know what I'm saying?
It was like what's it called? A Tyrannosaurus?
A T-Rex, yeah, Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Such a cool name.
It is.
There's a bigger one. I remember I had a book and it was like, oh, this guy's actually, everyone loves the Tyrannosaurus. Like they're like the famous dinosaur, but this guy's actually the guy.
Was
you
it the
should
same
just
time
look up.
period?
I don't remember.
Because everybody always mixes up those dinosaurs.
It was in a book. It's probably here. But
Pull the book up.
those books are so cool. When you're a kid, you got like dinosaur books. I used to.
I was never a dinosaur kid.
What?
I was a
I don't know how I've known you for 10
I don't know
years.
what kind of kid it was.
Like-
I was a bird kid. That's not true. I remember one time at a Scholastic book fair, I bought a National Geographic book about birds, only because the cover had like an Angry Bird.
Oh
on it.
my gosh.
But like I was like, oh, it's an Angry Birds book that also features other birds. It was primarily real birds. It was interesting. I learned a lot of cool things.
I know. Did they have like Angry Birds like telling you facts or something?
I think so. I think they're like scattered across the page. It was like
That's how you get them.
yeah,
That's how it
that's how you get the kids. But that's so boring. Like I bought a fucking National Geographic book. I could have bought the new Diary of a Kid book, but I didn't.
No, but those books are cool. Like I remember going to the book fair was one of my favorite times of the year when that
For
it
sure.
was happening.
I miss a Scholastic book fair.
I don't think it happens anymore. At
Just
least
the-
where
really?
we went.
That sucks.
I know, cause you can. I don't know. I'm pretty sure there was
Really
a
into
part
their
where you
books.
can do a raffle.
Yeah.
And if you won, you can win like certain things. So I won one year,
Mhm.
like Miss Flores or something. It doesn't matter. She like gave me like, oh, you won. I don't remember it. but it was like a cool looking poster of a cool car, and I was like, I don't know what kind of car this is, but I want it. It's still in my room, hung up. It's ripped, but it's still there. I never found out what kind of car it was though, because I wanted.
You didn't see like a logo on it?
There's a logo. I just don't know what that is.
What does it look like?
I don't remember. It's in my room.
You suck.
But
just call your mom and be like, hey, send me a picture of that poster.
No, I'm good.
Okay. There was nothing more exciting though as a kid than to get the little like flyers.
Yeah.
To like circle everything you want and be like, look, mom, and they'll be like, we're not getting you all that. I'm like, okay.
Dude, the library looks so cool though. Like decked out, like
when they set it up, yeah.
They did all that stuff, and then they got not only did they have the cool books and like they had it on the table. It was crazy how good it was, but they had the little like cool little like toys you can have. Like I had like two finger pointers.
They had a cool little trinkets. Isn't that where you got the Fruggle?
That's where I got
Billy
the Fruggle.
Billy the Fruggle.
That's a puppet.
That's a good critter.
That's a puppet.
It is a puppet. You still have that?
Yeah, it's in my room. In Phoenix, but I just wish I want to go back to a book fair like that.
Me too, kid.
I don't want to go to Barnes and Noble because it doesn't have the same energy.
No, there's the fact that it's temporary makes it.
Only comes once a year.
Yeah,
maybe twice.
The most beautiful things are temporary.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess everything's temporary. Anyways, but yeah, no, it was fucking. I remember. I think the same year that I bought that Angry Birds Net Geo book, I got a calculator that looked like a chocolate bar.
I remember that.
And it smelled like chocolate.
Yeah, I remember
for
that.
Like maybe a day, and then it just smelled like middle school kid hands because I was using it as a calculator.
Every year I would go to there, I would want to get like a cool monster book. And that's why I got those cool monster books. And then one year I couldn't. There wasn't any like that because there was like a specific kind. But I found another one. It was like paranormal stuff. I'm like, oh shoot. So I got. I'm like, this is a cool book. So I'd always go back to it because I was like, these are cool pictures. And then but one year I couldn't get the like one book. I guess my parents wouldn't let me. And then I remember this kid had it, and he was like. He had it and he gave it to this girl, I think, because he liked her. And I was like, "But I want the book."
I wanted the book,
and it was another one of those types of monster books. I was like, "You gotta be kidding me!" It was terrible. I remember one year. It was like first grade. I think I told you this, but it was a different Sienna, not the one I had a crush on.
Not the one in the green square.
Not the one in the green square. But I remember, and then Jonathan. I'll just say Jonathan.
Pretty basic name.
Yeah. So I remember we were bickering, me and that Sienna girl. I don't remember what for.
Yeah.
She wasn't very nice. And then
damn.
I did something. I think I did something that got her in trouble, or I said something. I don't remember. But she was going to tell the teacher, and I was like, well, Jonathan did the same thing. And she's like, yeah, but I like him. He's my friend. And then I think she told the teacher on me. And
damn.
Yeah.
That sucks. That's how it is, though, when you're a kid. I've had that exact sentiment many times. It's like, you can't do that. I don't like you. It just hurts when you're the one that's being told that.
Yeah.
But wait, so was Jonathan the one who gave the monster, or was that just a different story?
That was a different story. I just remember, I'm pretty sure that guy gave the girl the book because he liked her.
Do you remember who gave the monster book?
It was, I think his name was Chris or Christopher. He was a year below us.
Oh.
Kind of had a big forehead.
But I wanted the.
He looked like Frankenstein.
Damn.
Not like I don't know. He just reminded me of like a small little Frankenstein. No, just like
a slight
face wise,
slight green hue. I get what you mean.
Pepper.
But could you imagine like that? Imagine being courted with a monster book. I wish
that's cool.
I wish as adults, courting would still work like that.
Why wouldn't it? Didn't you say that story? Like that girl was like, "Hey, anyone want to watch this movie with me?" And then the guy at the party's like, "Oh yeah, I will." And then they became boyfriend and girlfriend.
Is that like a real life story?
You told me it.
I mean, it's pretty vague. I don't remember. Maybe
I don't remember. We were in the car. I remember we were driving to somewhere. Anyway, how was I gonna say?
Oh yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that was a story. Yes, like it was just like at a party, and like they're all like drinking and shit, and one's like, "You guys want to watch a movie with me?" And one person was like, "Yeah, I'll watch a movie with you."
But it was some like
lovers, yeah. It was like a random ass movie.
Yeah.
That's the best kind. But yeah, you should try giving your what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
I was gonna say you're betrothed, but I think that means you're married.
Betrothed. I remember that from The Lion King.
I don't know.
You're betrothed.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Just give her a monster book.
I don't know if she likes monsters.
I bet she'll love the monster book.
Hey,
You don't
here's
have
this
to
monster
look.
book.
Yeah. Page 37 is my personal favorite. You just walk away.
But what if I wanted the book?
Then you buy yourself another book. You have a job. You're an adult.
Yeah, but
You don't have to wait for a year to buy a book and
my
then ask if
backpack's
your mom
coming
says
in.
yes. You can buy a book whenever you want.
I already did. It's
Also,
coming
you can tell
Thursday.
we weren't the book reading type as children. The fact that we were getting monster books and
Those look
I was
cool.
getting-
You've seen monsters.
I know. Hey, I'm not saying they're not cool. I'm just saying like I wasn't buying novels.
Yeah, I wasn't buying Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
I remember the first Scholastic book fair that I remember. I got Percy Jackson and the what's the first one called? The First Olympian? Or no, it's the Lightning Thief. Percy Jackson and the Olympians, the Lightning Thief, something like that. It was great. Fell in love with the franchise.
Worm. Bookworm?
No, I know, I got it.
Anyway, some like it hot. There are 59 unique species of chameleon that live on the island of Madagascar alone and nowhere else in the world. Which is
How many in Madagascar?
59 unique
God
species.
damn.
This is over a quarter of the world's 202 species.
Wow.
So this may not come as a surprise to those who know that 90% of the wildlife found in Madagascar is found nowhere else on Earth. That's crazy.
That's pretty interesting.
I don't even know where
Surely we go to Madagascar.
Madagascar is.
What do you mean you don't know where Madagascar is?
Aside from this, chameleons
guess.
like to live in warm.
Close your eyes. Take a guess. Where's Madagascar on the map?
It's not over here.
Sure ain't.
I think that's as good as I can get.
Didn't you watch the movies Madagascar?
I did, but I don't remember stuff. I remember they're on an island. It was a plane.
Yeah. That island is Madagascar, by the way.
Yeah, and then penguins come by.
The penguins were, I believe, already there. No,
Oh.
you're right. They came by.
And then King Julian and his and Maurice were there.
Yeah.
I don't remember what happened after that. I remember Marty tried to bite, or Alex tried to bite Marty
Yeah.
because he was hungry.
There was lemurs.
Yeah, that's all I remember.
Do you want me to tell you where Madagascar is?
Sure.
It's just an island off the coast of Africa. It's
Huh.
like towards the bottom on the right side. Or east side, I guess.
I guess that's why they live mostly in tropical regions. Chameleons. They like that warm weather.
I would too.
Some like it
Actually, I
hot.
don't.
Yeah, sub-Saharan Africa is where they come off. Anyway, they come in a lot of different shapes and sizes. So with so many different species, there are many different sizes. The largest chameleon by length is the Malagasy giant chameleon, and some members of the species have been measured almost 70 centimeters. That's 2 feet.
2 feet?
I know. And
Like long? That's a long chameleon.
yeah, by length. And one of the what? And are one of the most that just means they're found only in Madagascar. At the other end of the scale, you have the Brachysia microchameleon, also from Madagascar, and these tiny little fellows go to a maximum of just under 30 millimeters.
But that's pretty small, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, these minuscule chameleons are one. I know. I saw the word and I was like, I don't like that.
Minuscule chameleons.
Are one of the smallest reptiles in the world, and juvenile chameleons can fit on the head of a matchstick.
Wow.
So like the tip of a matchstick before you strike it.
Yeah.
Those are so cool. I tried it over the break. I was like, oh my gosh.
Did you get it?
I finally got, because the stove wouldn't like turn on. My dad's just light one of those and like put it to like thing, and then it would light up if you put it close. But I could never light the match. And then even though my dad got a lighter for me to like do it, I still like, and I was like, I got it.
Let's go.
And I was able to master it by that point.
I'm sure you were.
Yeah, so I'm a real man now. Chameleons have extremely powerful tongues. Excluding their tail, their tongues can be twice the length of their body. And their tongues consist of both muscles and bones, and can bend around to grab their prey.
Yeah, bones in there?
I know. Crazy.
That's fucked up.
What?
That's gross.
Why?
That's I don't like the idea of a bone in your mouth.
What do you think teeth are?
They're not bones.
Chameleons' tongues are extremely quick and powerful. I don't know.
I said
Sometimes
that with a pretty big amount of confidence.
exceeding the accelerations of 41 G. I don't know how fast it is, but it sounds pretty fast.
Sounds pretty fast.
This
41
means
is a big number.
they can grab their prey within a fraction of a second, making it impossible to escape.
Come on, frog.
Or a lizard. Or
lizard.
I meant like a fly, like being the prey.
Oh, I meant
That's
like
what
the
you
frog
meant.
with the tongue.
Yeah.
But yeah, fly.
So if humans can do this,
Mosquitoes?
it would make grabbing the last cookie from the tin much easier. Unfortunately, that's not the way it crumbles.
You know,
Cookie-wise.
these articles that we get our jokes from. I mean, I don't get my jokes.
The cookie thing was me.
They're what?
The cookie thing was me because I want to say cookie-wise.
Oh, did you? I was about to shit on how stupid the jokes are in these articles.
Making the last guy. They had the cookie part, and then I was like, unfortunately, that's not the way it crumbles, cookie-wise.
Oh, okay.
I added that part. Anyway, most chameleons eat on things you wouldn't want to find on your dinner plate. Let me tell you.
What? Most chameleons eat what?
Eat on things you wouldn't want to find on your dinner plate. So the majority of them survive on eating insects, and some complement this diet by feeding on foliage and fruits. And some larger species eat up to 50 crickets a day. Others may be a little more carnivorous, feasting on small birds and even smaller chameleons.
Damn.
Carnivores these fellows are.
Cannibals even.
Exactly. And so while it may be useful having a tongue that can shoot out and grab cookies, you probably don't want to use it to eat a chameleon's diet.
So stupid.
What do you mean?
I said it's stupid.
Well, chameleons are tree huggers.
Nice.
So you ever see their feet? It's like 3 feet.
Yeah.
Or,
It's like a TMNT,
it's crazy. Yeah, but these are cooler.
if you say so.
Most turtles. Dang it.
I feel like there had to be a TMNT character that was a chameleon or some sort of
There
lizard.
probably was. I mean, there was a pig or a warthog. I think it was a warthog.
I'm pretty sure.
What was the other one? A rhino?
Rhino. They got like flies,
They got a brain.
bats. Yeah, just got a living brain.
Turtles.
Turtles, rats.
Oh, frogs. That one frog-looking guy.
Yeah, that's right. There was 4 frogs.
Yeah. They got mermaids. They did have mermaids. There was an episode of the show like in the 90s. I don't know what the show I remember. But they went down to Atlantis and they helped
That's
the
awesome.
king. They're swimming underwater. I was like, this is so cool.
That's awesome.
They don't make them like that anymore.
They don't make them like they used to.
Now they just stay in suburbia.
That's not suburbia.
Chameleons are tree huggers. So most chameleons like to set up camp in trees, and as such are highly developed, traversing the trees and branches. And they got 5 toes on each foot. What? That doesn't make sense.
5 toes. We just discussed that they only had 3.
Oh, they're grouped together in bigger bunches, so that's why they look 3.
Oh.
And so
That's
the hind feet are reversed.
Mm.
So that it allows them to grip on the rough or narrow branches at ease.
That's crazy.
I know. And they got
They put
prehensive
their legs
nails.
on backwards. Yeah, what?
Prehensive nails. So that means their tails are highly adapted. Oh, tails, excuse me. That means their tails are highly adaptive to gripping onto branches and allowing them arboreal locomotion, or in layman's terms, living life on trees. But chameleons' tails are able to curl several times around the branch, helping them hold on for balance. Oh man, I missed the joke I was gonna say.
Go ahead. We'll cut it.
Helping them to balance and hold on. Heaven is not a place not too far away. I was gonna sing it, but I don't feel like singing the Justin Bieber song. I need you to
I was
hold
like, this guy's got to
on.
be referenced to something. Okay.
Heaven is not too far away.
Oh, that looks good on the waveforms.
So we all know the guy who likes to show off, right? I mean, you're one of them. I'm just kidding.
I mean, he's on the couch with me.
But like most animals, male and female chameleons look differently. Though not particularly social animals, males usually have horns and spikes while females don't. I don't know what that has to do with social life, but not just for show though. These bodily decorations are used when males have to protect their territory from another chameleon, and they can help them blend into their environment. I'm assuming like thorns and trees or something.
Yeah, I would assume so.
And they got good eyesight for a
I
lizard.
bet.
Chameleons' eyesight have developed both to help catch prey and, as we've seen, to help them escape predators. And so they can focus their eyes relatively well, meaning they can judge distances and spot prey between 5 to 10 meters. Now, if you're not a dope and live on the right side of the country, I'm just kidding. But if you don't know what that is, that's 16 to 32 feet.
Damn, that's a lot of feet.
That is a lot of feet.
That's at least a couple of me.
A couple?
Yeah.
What are you, 5'8"?
What? 16 to 32?
Chameleon? What? Feet?
Yeah, exactly.
You're 5'8".
Yeah, that's 3 of me for the 16 feet.
I thought you said 2.
Well, I said couple. I mean, I meant few. Whatever. Shut the fuck up.
Chameleons also can see ultraviolet light.
Hey, we're talking about ultraviolet light.
Exactly, which is not visible to humans. And the chameleons that have been
secret chameleon
placed
colors, too.
under ultraviolet lights may be more likely to reproduce
Mm.
and are even more sociable. And it helps them be healthy when they're in captivity. And though they have relatively good eyesight, they got poor hearing. Something you wish you had when the person next door is keeping you up all night. Or let's say, for the sake of the argument, certain women are keeping you up all night from upstairs playing Just Dance.
Yeah. Yeah, no, no, hold on now. To be fair, they are in like a dance club, so.
They are? How did you know that?
I told you this. Remember that time they
The party? Or
yeah,
the
they came
birthday party?
They came through one time, and it was funny because I was expecting a guest, and then I heard the doorbell ring, and I said, "Oh boy!" And I opened up and I said, "Who the fuck are you?" Because we don't have no peephole or nothing. And yeah, and then she was just like, "Hey, just so you know, on this Friday, we're gonna have a little bit of party. We're in like a dance class or a dance club, so we're gonna be like practicing our stuff up there. So if it gets too loud, just go ahead and text this number."
I thought it was a birthday party for a friend.
No, I mean, I think it was a party, but they said they were gonna be dancing because they're in a dance club.
Cool. Man, I want to be in a dance club.
Yeah, I'll be down.
My knee is the only thing.
And yeah, your knee kind of sucks. And then she was just like, "Yeah, I prefer you didn't call the cops. Just let me know to keep quiet, and then we will." And I'm like, "All right, sounds good." And I just couldn't help but think, but like, you guys are loud every fucking day of our entire lives. I don't know what the fuck what makes this. I can't. Like, I was like, how loud is it gonna get this Friday if you guys are so loud every other day?
That's really cool though. A dance. That's really cool.
Yeah. I
wonder what their major is. If they just like to be in a dance club.
I think it's just like an extra curricular thing, like a fun time stuff. I don't know what their major is. What kind of question is that?
Well, is it associated with dance? Because
don't ask them. Text them. I have the number still.
I don't remember. I don't recall. But
I don't recall what.
Oh, speaking of that, I got that certain individual's phone number.
The one you're getting the monster book to?
Yeah.
Ooh.
It was for class though. She was like, "Put your number here," and I'm like,
that's
"Gladly."
That's how. Yes, sir. That's how it often goes.
Yeah. Man, I was gonna say something, and oh my gosh.
That's the thing though. She already had contact with you. She didn't have to ask for your number for contact.
She had to because the guy in our group, he was like, "I don't have any social media platform."
Oh.
And I was like, "Dang, you're
cool." So
we
guys making like a group chat?
Yeah, for the thing, and so we had to do the numbers.
Oh.
But that's crazy. He has no TikTok, no Twitter, no Instagram, no Snapchat.
Completely off the grid.
No Facebook. I know.
Well, not completely, but no one's ever really off the grid.
Seems like a cool guy. I was gonna say something with the dance thing. Oh, I heard him one day, like, you know, they're playing Party Rock, and then I heard like stomping. I'm like, are they playing Just Dance? Because I was like, no one is just gonna like listen to that song.
What an odd playlist.
But they were doing that, and that's, you know, like maybe 10, 11 at night.
Yeah.
And then I wake up like at 5, and then I hear, like, you know, like the chair moving and whatnot. Yeah. I'm just like, do they go to sleep for like 4 hours?
They definitely redecorate their apartment like every other day. There's so much like sliding of chairs and couches and shit. Like, it's like vibrates the whole apartment.
I want to see it look, because there's like the 3-bedroom. I remember that has a loft.
Yeah.
I want to see that thing, man.
We've been inside one of those.
Yeah, but I don't remember.
Oh.
I want to see another person's apartment.
He doesn't want to live in Riley Hall anymore.
No. We asked him that. Yeah. Like, hey, Jacob, do you want to? He's like, no. Free stuff over here.
Yeah. Yeah, no. We'll see if he changes his tune by the end of the semester.
Man, I'm pretty sure, like, the next year, it just have a different hall.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You can just, I don't know,
what if it's worse? If it's possible. Hey, I'm just hypothetical. What's the word? Hypothesizing.
Chameleons can take a while to hatch, and they don't live very long. So most females dig a hole to lay their eggs, and these eggs can lay there between 4 to 12 months in order to hatch. And with baby chameleons looking like smaller versions of adult chameleons. That's stupid. Some eggs from the Parsons chameleon can take as long as 24 months. That's 2 years.
Damn.
The number of eggs depends on the species. That can range from just 2 or 3 eggs to 200. Wow. And generally, they don't live very long. Some live up to captivity, or some in captivity can live up to 10 years, with some dying at just as few as 2. Most will live in the wild, though perhaps not very much. Or live longer in the wild, but not very much. Poor chameleons.
Poor guys.
But on the brighter side, Pascal is actually based on a real chameleon owned by artist Kelly Lewis. So the day the directors were trying to find a name, the animator said, she named her chameleon Pascal, and they're like, hey,
It's a great name.
let's take that. So because Pascal and his fellow chameleons, you know, chameleon heads, embrace the change in the color so much, why not take a lesson from their book and embrace the change in our lives instead of resisting it? You can learn from a thing or two
Ooh,
from
it's been a
Pascal.
while since we got a critter lesson.
I totally forgot about it, and then I was like, let's just put a Pascal in there for that.
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
And that's a visual people can think of.
Yeah.
That cute little chameleon.
What if they've never seen Tangled?
We didn't watch Tangled.
Imagine Rango.
What? No, we want them to think, oh, what a cute little fella. Not, what am I looking at?
Yeah, but Rango's inspirational.
So is
Pascal,
Tangled.
Pascal is not. Or I mean Pascal specifically as a character.
He's with her every step of the way.
I know, but I don't.
Frying pan or no frying pan?
I don't. That's not inspirational for me.
What?
That doesn't inspire me. Being there for someone every step of the way.
But they're there for you. She was feeding him, you see. She was playing games.
So what? I aspire to have a friend. I already have friends. How loud do you think Pepper's snoring is on the mics?
All right, don't talk.
It's pretty on the deal.
On the deal. Anyway, that's all I got on
Chameleons. That's a pretty good. Is that our first
movie-based critter?
It's definitely not. I mean,
What?
what do you mean movie-based critter?
I don't know. Thinking of a movie, and then you're like, hey, there's a critter in there.
I've done that several times.
Name 3. We've done 17.
I can't even name 3 animals I've done on the show. Let's see. So I thought of the movie, and then I did the critter because of the movie?
Or there's just a critter from a movie, I guess. I don't
Okay.
know.
Well, that's easy. Red panda.
That doesn't count.
Why does that not count?
Did you say, oh, turning red is why I thought of this critter?
I was talking about Shifu.
Oh.
You dumb bitch.
Well,
That's
turning
all.
red's also a red panda.
It is, but I wasn't talking about turning red. I think I mentioned it. I mean, who was in the thumbnail of the video?
I don't remember.
Master Shifu.
I'm not looking at the thumbnail of the video.
What?
I don't watch these.
2 other critters that I talked about on this show, huh? Wow. 17 episodes and I can't name.
I can name 3 of mine.
You can? Oh, I mean, I can name 3 of mine. I'm just trying to think of like, oh, I mean, Ladybug. Remember from Bullet Train?
That's true.
That one really was because I watched
remember
Bullet
that.
Train and then I was like, hey.
Oh shoot, I did have one, Albatross.
And oh yeah, and then
Those are top 10 for me.
for sure, those are bangers. The albatross.
They're in Nemo.
I thought those were seagulls.
No, those are seagulls, but
Oh.
there's in the script because they look like seagulls.
Yeah.
In the script it says the dolphins they're swimming and they're like telling the story. Because there's like a montage of like the story. So they're telling it each time they're coming out of the water.
Yeah.
And then you look up and then these albatrosses are listening to it. And it says like 2 albatross and then the albatross related to someone else like a pelican or something.
Some fucking pelican.
And then I was like, man, that's cool. Andrew did right by the albatross.
That's cool. I can't name a 3rd. Platypus? Harry the Platypus?
That doesn't-
Does that not count?
It's not a movie.
There's Phineas and Ferb movies. There's at least 3.
Theatrical releases.
I couldn't tell you. I didn't go to see them in the theaters, but they might have been in there.
I've never seen the Marvel one. Wait, no.
That was like a special. It wasn't a movie. You fell off.
I'm thinking of the Lost in the Dimension, whatever the hell it's called. Second Dimension?
That one's a banger. That one's like really good.
Didn't Phineas and the girl say their feelings with each other and then they don't remember?
Yeah, they get like mind wiped. Same with
Sad.
this one, like Perry the Platypus reveals himself to be Agent P, and they all get mind wiped and shit. Tied for the next 2 seasons.
That'll make you cry. What? Is it the same people?
Yeah.
Like Phineas?
I'm assuming so.
Their voices haven't changed?
They were adults when they filmed it.
That's crazy.
I mean, they look like I've seen pictures of the guy, and he looks like he's been an adult for like. I mean, how long has the show been off? Like 10 years. Looks like he's been an
10
adult.
years?
Looks like he's been an adult for a while.
There's 103 days. No, I'm just kidding.
It just gets less days every summer. All right.
School comes along just ended.
So what kind of monster book are you gonna get her? That's the real question I got.
I don't think a UFO one will do any good. So, not UFO one.
Okay.
Definitely not Because there's different types of monsters. I think one with the Loch Ness will do good. Because that's a classic.
That's like a cryptid though.
Like a.
Yeah, like a cryptid book.
Well, that's what these are.
I know.
They had like the dragon from Harry Potter.
That's cool.
They had the dragon from Lord of the Rings. I'm pretty sure. That dragon looks sick. I was like, what the hell
Smaug?
is this? I think that's what his name was. I was like, this is cool. But the ones with the Yeti, the Bigfoot, those. I don't know. Those are just monsters. I don't know.
They're all like cryptids, yeah.
You know what's crazy that I saw like someone talk about like monsters like you've seen a vampire.
I have.
No, like in real life.
Oh. What?
Yeah, they're like you've seen a vampire, and the guy's like, he's like, I know this is a trick question. He's like, all right, what do you mean? And then he said, do you know those people who suck the life out of everything? And then like the werewolf is like, you know, you're just like this regular person, and then all of a sudden this beast comes at you. And you're like, where did that rage come from?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's another one. Did I say Dracula? Yeah.
You said vampire.
And then a vampire, and then the werewolf, and then what was the other one? Zombie. You know, they're alive but they're dead.
Yeah.
Kind of like that. And I was like, whoa. I was like, that's crazy. I wonder if that's like the origin of those things.
I mean, I know.
I don't know what Frankenstein.
I don't know how long. Frankenstein was like not. He's not like a monster in the traditional like vampire zombie. He's not like a. There's not like a breed of Frankenstein.
Yeah, what are those called?
It was just one story about a guy.
Like
Frankenstein is technically, you know, not to be that guy, but it's Frankenstein's monster. Frankenstein is the doctor who made him.
Does Frankenstein's monster have a name?
No, he's always referred to as Frankenstein's monster.
Dang, and we just like, hey, it's Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Because
the book is called Frankenstein. It's named after the doctor, but everyone was like, it's named after the monster.
I gotta read that. This seems like such an interesting thing. I would love to make a Frankenstein movie.
I read it for AP English or something.
Was it good?
Yeah.
Was there a girl with a flower in that?
Okay, you got me. I didn't read it. I spark notes it. But the
You
story itself, is a very interesting story.
Man, that's hilarious.
All right, you got me.
All right, you got me, okay?
All right.
Damn it!
What is this, some kind of smear campaign? I spark notes it. Whatever.
That's really...
With the story, like, genuinely, like...
You got me.
All right, fine, I'll bite. It
Really...
is a very interesting story. I mean, they made... I've seen, like, graphic novels out of it. That would be better for my attention.
What are those called? Like werewolf, vampire, zombie. These are like there's a Dracula.
Yeah.
But there's not like... But, you know, like, vampires is a thing. Like, what are those monsters called?
I feel like the only thing that I can think of would be, like, a species.
Interesting. Because monsters are cool.
You know, technically there's supposed to be a different name, I believe, for female werewolves. Because I think inherently means, like, man. I think, and, like, that's what I read somewhere. Don't quote me on that.
No, monsters are cool. Yeah, I'll give her the book. Probably when...
Just get her Frankenstein by Mary Shelley.
Is that the OG girl?
Yeah, she's the one who wrote the original Frankenstein.
That'd be a cool... Man, there's a comic book guy who, like, drew Frankenstein, but, like, how he imagined she would have wanted it. And
well, I'm pretty sure.
I forgot.
Again, didn't read it, but I'm pretty sure in the original book it describes him as being beautiful.
Whoa! I think that's what he did, or he didn't make it like the
because ever since they make
they
make him all like green and like the scars all over his face and everything.
Kevin James.
I'm sorry. Oh, Pennsylvania. But yeah.
Oh, the Mummy. I forgot about mummies.
Mummies are cool.
Yeah, but I don't think
those are real.
Yeah, I don't.
The only thing about them is that the only fiction is that they come alive. They don't come alive. Mummies are real.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Skeletons are real.
What are those made of?
Like the wrapping?
Yeah.
I mean, back then, paper for ancient Egypt was like what, papyrus?
I don't know what that is.
This is material.
This is a monster episode. When's the next cryptid?
Cryptid's corner? Hopefully soon. Honestly, mix things up a little bit, or we hit them with a Cretaceous corner talking about dinosaurs.
I've been waiting on both of those because. Oh my gosh, I never thought. Well, I'm already saying it right now. My next cryptid will be Frankenstein.
Okay.
Because that just sounds so cool.
Yeah.
I would love to do a monster movie.
Mm.
Because, you know, I mean, I don't know if the people at home know this. I mean, probably Jacob knows this. Because there's only like 3 people listen to this.
Yeah.
But
the devoted critter heads.
Yeah. But I don't like I don't like scary movies. Or like horror movies. Mm-hmm. But I would sure love to. What the hell is that sound in my ear?
Your tinnitus.
It's weird.
Is it like a ringing?
Make me cry, yeah.
You have tinnitus.
There's no way.
Just diagnose you.
But,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure my dad's like, he told my sister, he's like, I'm pretty sure Raymond had ADHD or something like that. Or no, I think that's what he said. And I was like, what? And then.
Do you have trouble paying attention to things?
I mean, sometimes when I'm stressed, I'm just like, oh, I got all these things to do, and then you're just like, hey, one thing. But I remember.
You got something.
We're talking about. I definitely do. Probably have dyslexia, but what the hell were we talking about? Frankenstein. Dang
You
it.
wanted your next cryptid to be Frankenstein.
Oh yeah, monster movie. So I'm not a big horror guy. I just don't like horror for horror's sake. Like I wanted to Psycho has a point, and that's kind of a horror movie.
Oh, Psycho.
Yeah. Silence of the Lambs. Love that movie.
Mm-hmm.
I watch a horror movie. It's good, like a real good. No, I'm not trying to watch like Scream 5 or Halloween 6, whatever the hell.
Yeah.
But
Halloween ends.
Yeah.
Evil dies tonight.
And then Halloween's back.
Next year, Halloween returns.
JK. But I would love to make like a Frankenstein movie that like has the point of what the actual book was, because that'd be sick as hell. It's such an interesting concept.
There's not really. I'm surprised how few times like Frankenstein has been adapted, considering it's.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's been in the public domain.
Is King Kong a monster? What is that?
I would call him a monster.
Sure. Godzilla too?
Sure.
Are those cryptids?
Well, I know Godzilla is a kaiju. I don't know if King Kong would count as one.
What's a kaiju?
It's like a Japanese like those giant monsters. It's pretty popular in the Japanese.
Oh, dude, the Godzilla ones, those are cool. Like that giant like dragonfly or whatever hell.
Mothra?
Yeah. And like the two-headed thing? Oh.
I forgot the name of that one. But yeah, that one is cool.
Too bad the movie wasn't.
Yeah, I would. I think I want to watch like the old ones.
I got it, yeah. The King Kong one's like over almost 3 hours. Yeah, for sure. Crazy.
I mean like old though.
That's
the original one?
The OG.
Okay, I think like the pure reaction.
I
know like a lot of, also speaking of like monster movies, like I want to watch some of those like ones with like the like fucking like Curse of the Black Lagoon and shit like that, like those classics. Those seem fun. Pepper, please, you're gonna ruin my audio.
I could have watched it for class last semester and I didn't because I was like, this is like almost 2 hours. 2 hours and 5 minutes. Never mind, that's not bad.
Yeah, we can do a Cretaceous Corner, Cryptids Corner pretty soon.
I got nothing to say. Never mind.
Okay.
Godzilla.
Well, I got something to say because I got a critter to talk about.
I don't want to listen.
This is a critter that Raymond and I are very vaguely familiar with.
It's free.
Me a little more now that I've done some research. It is the ever elusive
snipe.
The ever elusive Wobbegong. Remember the Wobbegong?
Is that a Star Wars?
Jesus Christ! It's a type of shark. They're also referred to as carpet sharks. They're also referred to as carpet sharks because they go low to the ground. They're bottom feeders, and they're really flat shaped, so they look like little carpets. Idea. Your idea?
That was gonna be my next week.
Was it? No. You couldn't even know what it was called. All right.
Yeah, I did.
So they're called carpet sharks. Am I good to talk?
Threw you on a loop.
So there's 12 species of carpet sharks. Most species have a maximum length of 1.25 meters, which for all you red-blooded Americans is 4.1 feet. But the largest, the spotted Wobbegong, or should I try with the Latin? Erectolobus maculatus and banded Wobbegong ohale reach about 3 meters, which for you red-blooded Americans is 9.8 feet in length. So from 4 to pretty much 10 feet.
It's not that big.
It's not that big, you would think.
Compared to like those 20-foot great whites.
Yeah, exactly. Compared to most sharks. It spends most of its time lying motionless on the seafloor. I have very little facts about these guys. The scientific name, Ecrostorinus dasypogon, I don't know, something like that, roughly means well-fringed nose with a shaggy beard.
What does well-fringed nose mean?
I'm assuming fringe like. Have you seen the pictures of Wobbegons? They have like those little like almost like tentacle things like on their face that pop out. They're little. Each one's like a little fringe. So well-fringed nose because it's got a bunch up here called a mustache, and it's got a little shaggy beard. They do look funny if this green screen works. Look at that guy.
Wait a second. Wait, do I? Okay, I want to make sure I didn't have anything green on me. You do.
Do? Oh. We'll be fine. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so a funny name again with a funny scientific name, or not a scientific like translation because last week's was good with the giraffe.
Fringed.
The Wobbegong sharks are nocturnal animals, and they do not need to move around to breathe like great whites do. They sleep during the day and only hunt at night because of their poor eyesight. They rely mostly on their barbells to sense their environment. Now, I never looked this up, but I'm going to look it up right now. I don't know what the fuck a barbell is. I'm assuming it's their little beard shit.
I thought it was a barbell's the lifting stuff.
Yeah, I know, but it's not spelled like that, because barbell's with 2 L's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it's their little fucking Their skin flaps, as this thing describes them. But yeah, if you look at a picture, they got like fucking beards and mustaches and shit. Awesome, well groomed sharks, I'd say. Um, yeah,
Do Max have iMovie?
they should. What?
That's cool. All right, carry on.
Okay. They are generally non-aggressive, and they're bottom dwellers. However, it has been known to bite humans under certain circumstances, such as when accidentally stepped on.
I was about to say if it steps on their tail.
Yeah. Given how camouflaged the shark can be against the ocean floor, so people have been known to actually step on them. And they go. It will also attack a limb if it's put in front of its mouth and is mistaken as prey. So they don't tend to be the brightest. And when moving across to the bottom of the ocean floor, it looks like they are walking on their pectoral and pelvic fins. So
What are pectoral?
like your pectorals, so like your front fins.
They have chest fins?
Well, okay. I just think it means like their front fins.
That's so cool.
I'm pretty sure those are their pectoral fins.
Why is it called dorsal?
Those are the ass ones, aren't they?
That's crazy.
I don't know why it's called dorsal.
Their butts are their dorsals?
I don't fucking know, man.
That's so cool. They have chest fins.
You go dorsal fins on their tail. Anal fin. No, so it's not their ass fin. They got anal fins.
That's crazy.
They literally have ass fins. Anyway, so because when they're kind of like crawling against like the floor, it looks like they're almost like walking because they
army crawl.
Yeah, exactly, to their next big prey. Speaking of prey, Wobbegongs eat bottom-dwelling fishes and invertebrates like small octopuses or crabs and lobsters.
What does that mean, invertebrate?
Fuck, we talked about this. I've talked about this before. I think that's the one with no bone, no back, no spine.
Wait,
Right?
so octopus and what?
Small octopuses or crabs and lobsters.
They don't have bones?
Well,
Spines?
no, they have bones. Hold on, let me get that right.
Do octopus have bones?
Definitely not.
That's so cool.
I'm
Dude,
pretty sure
that's
they
so
don't, because I've been
cool.
into an octopus head on and I never got a bone unless I just swallowed it.
Man, octopus are cool. Man.
Invertebrates, are a paraphyletic group of animals that neither possess nor develop a vertebral column, also known as a backbone or a spine. They got no backbone, these bitches. Cowards.
That's cool.
They don't stand for their convictions, like
Ooh.
you or I. Invertebrates.
Oh, I thought you meant the Wobbegang. I was like, they eat them.
Also, well, speaking of them walking, though, going back to that, because I just found the prey segue to be too good. They also have been seen walking from one tidal pool to the next during low tide. So they really do be walking sometimes. And they can have up to 20 pups, they call pups, per litter. Are all shark babies called pups?
I have no idea. I assumed it was a more cool, less cute name.
They do not, however, receive any care from their mother, but they do tend to stick around just for safety purposes, so that there's a bigger fish with them.
It's my mom, guys. Yeah,
It's my mom, guys. Yeah, don't fuck with me, guys. It's my mom.
I don't love you so much.
But yeah, other than that, that's really all I
She's
have.
just joking.
No, this is how we banter.
She's a carefree. She's mom.
Mom? Right, Mom? Mom? I think I saw that they lived like 10 years. Let's find out. But anyways, the Wobbegong I only discovered. I was reminded of it when I did the research for this one this week. But how did we discover it actually? Because we brought it up for the character. Remember?
I only heard it because the character you talked.
Did I just look up like funny? I probably just looked up like funny sea animals. Basically for our Sploogiverse, we've mentioned a couple times. Like fucking where's the no lifespan on these bitches? I guess it's those tall species. This is a Japanese Wobbegong? I think that's the one. Yeah, that's the one that we based our character off of. Anyways, we made a character off of our Sploogiverse that just is a Wobbegong that sits in a tank, and he's a real cool guy. He's like smart. He's like, we made him like the
Mob boss.
the head of a mob, like a mafia thing. And like the whole gang just calls themselves the Wobbegongs. I think another big inspiration was probably like the sharks from West Side Story.
They live in a tank.
Well, yeah. Where else is gonna go?
What are they? Why are they a mob? What
Oh
are they
no! No, the people don't. They're people, but the head is the shark that lives in the tank.
Oh, okay.
And they like just like take orders from him. He's a very threatening shark in the tank.
I didn't know that.
And he's got a cool beard. I haven't designed him yet.
Wait, so it's a whale,
Well-fringed nose with a shaggy beard.
So what if it's not well fringed? subpar fringed nose.
Subpar, decently fringed nose.
You got a decent fringed nose, bro. Look at my well fringed nose.
Look at my well fringed nose and shaggy beard. Do you want your beard to be shaggy? I think
get 0 game.
You get 0 play. I can't find anything about a lifespan. I could have sworn it's something about 10 years.
Hey Google. I'm just kidding.
Anyways, the habitat, they're sharks. They live all over the fucking place. They got Australian Wobbegongs. They got Japanese ones. To be fair, I just was kind of mesmerized by looking at pictures. I didn't do a lot of research. They're fucking great sharks, though.
They're cool.
They're funny looking. I think the video you sent me of the Barracuda, it looked like it was a carpet shark. It looked very like...
Dang, Wobbegon taken?
Yeah, another Wobbegon down. Ooh, and their rival gang is the Barracudas. Ooh.
So that comes from...
See, the whole thing was it was gonna be really a Joe Flaccid villain where he would be trying to undercover like this underground boss, and maybe he gets caught in the middle of a turf war. Ooh, turf war, like surf and turf. Ooh, a surf war. Come on, dude. That's fat right there, bro. Yeah. We're actually creative geniuses. We should just record a creative process.
This is all you. The only thing I did was send you a video of a Barracuda eating a shark.
Yeah. That's where the best ideas come from sometimes. It's the little things in life.
So is it a Barracuda in a tank and the humans are taking orders?
Like perhaps. That's a good question.
I still haven't developed further the Jack and Jill idea we had.
Why not?
With the kangaroo.
Why not?
Because I got other things to do. I have school.
Do you though?
Yeah, I have a 3-page script due on Monday. I got another thing due Friday where I got to do a 3-minute visual essay. Not actual video, but I have to come up with an idea. Then I got that UTV thing with food. I forgot about There's the Grinch?
I'm aware.
Jim Carrey one? My sister got my dad this shirt for, I don't know if it was his birthday or Christmas. But it was the part where he's like, oh, let me see if I can go to this thing that the girl wants me to. He's like, oh, he's like looking at the list here.
Yeah. I can't miss that.
Yeah, I forgot which one that is.
I think it was like wallowing in my self-pity or something like that.
Yeah, wallowing self-pity. I can't cancel that. And that's like what it is on the checklist. It says that, and then like a sub part. It's like I can't miss it.
That's funny.
It's a really funny.
That's hilarious. I didn't realize that.
That movie's so good.
And it's a Christmas classic for sure.
And then when the Grinch pretends to be Ron Howard with the hat, and he's like directing Max. Brilliant! You reject your own nose because it represents the spirit of commercialism. Why didn't I think of that? Cut, shut the gate, moving on. There's another funny bit. Although he looks just like your boss.
He looks just like her. Hey, honey, the baby came in.
Hey, honey, our baby's here. He looks just like your boss. Classic movie. They don't make them like they used to.
You know, he went through, what was it? Fucking
World War II.
Yeah, Jim Carrey. Older than you think. He went through like, was it like FBI training?
I think it was SEAL training.
Yeah, that's what it was. To fucking endure the suit. That's so fucking crazy.
Made a classic though.
He made a banger. It was worth it.
Never stop during Christmas.
Yeah. You think Jim Carrey's actually retired? Because he said that a while ago. And then he was like, you know what? I'm back. Dr. Eggman. This is the role of a lifetime.
Did he say he's retiring again?
Yeah. Like during like the Sonic 2 press tour, he was like, yeah, no, I'm done.
I mean, how old is he now? 60?
Probably at least. I mean, honestly, in terms of Sonic, I think they could do it without him, just because Shadow's being introduced.
Yeah, and
they have a new antagonist, and Stone's still there.
They're making another one.
Do you think with the cliffhanger they left it on, they're not gonna make another one? I think they already confirmed it. They confirmed the third one, and
before the movie came out.
I'm pretty sure they confirmed the third one and a Knuckles spin-off show before the movie came out.
Hey man, after Wonder Woman 2, they announced, oh, we're making the third one. Look what happened to that.
Yeah.
Except, well, who's owns Sonic, like the movie thing?
Paramount.
Oh, we're good.
Yeah, we're chilling.
It's not like Sony where it's like, oh wait, no, who made? Oh, Wonder Woman. It's not like Warner Brothers. DC where it's like crap every year.
Yeah, just shoveling out shit.
Except for Wonder Woman.
Except for Black Adam.
That was pretty good. What are you on?
Oh, talking about good movies?
Yeah. Wonder Woman's probably the only one. I think it's the only one besides Shazam.
I mean, the Suicide Squad's pretty good.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I like the
I
Suicide
was talking
Squad.
about James Gunn. Because, you know, he's
Jimmy Gunn.
Yeah.
Jimmy to his friends. Yeah, I mean, Wonder Woman's fine. Actually, no, I remember it being pretty good, except
I
for the
wanna
villain.
rewatch it.
Villain's pretty bad.
Yeah, the villain's my only
Villain's not great.
really problem.
I mean, Birds of Prey, I enjoyed. It. It's like top 3 DCU movies for me.
I'm not watching that again.
Okay. Well, it's top 3 for me.
For me, it's in no order because I don't want to go through the pain of ordering that drive. But Wonder Woman's up there for me. Shazam, and then probably that Suicide Squad. Because I really like Sylvester Stallone. Oh, there you go. That's another Sylvester Stallone.
Oh
movie.
yeah, that's another one I've seen.
He was great in that.
He was fantastic. He really did play the hell out of that shark.
They kill him?
No.
Okay, because remember they were like killing everybody.
Yeah,
We're just like no,
please God. I remember Jacob was talking full inside voice in the middle of the theater. He's like, no. I was like, shut the fuck up. Which is so funny because
annoying, huh?
Yeah, it
When
is.
people are like talking during the movie.
Yeah, it's really annoying.
Yeah, especially like when you're watching like a movie.
A movie that's the revival of a franchise after 20-something years.
Yeah, and they're revealing, that Ben is Han Solo's father.
I wasn't talking during that scene. I was talking during the beginning of the movie.
No, it wasn't. I remember that scene was happening. You
Anyways,
guys were having a ball.
Jacob was out here talking,
gyrating,
saying shit about King Shark and Suicide Squad, and then months later, not even months later, no, definitely months later, we watched West Side Story, and he shushes me. 3 people away. He bends over, like there's like 2 people in between us, and he says, "Shh." And I wasn't even the one. I first of all wasn't even talking. Pretty sure it was Nathan. Second of all, I was like shaking. I think like when he said it, I was like trying to get some ice out of my cup, and I thought that's what he was shushing me for. And I said the audacity of this bitch, the fucking balls.
I know. And the difference is one of those movies was good.
Exactly. One of those was enjoyable. Man, that's funny.
That movie's crazy. I'm talking about West Side Story now.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy how many people think that it's a good movie.
Yeah. It really isn't, though, is the thing.
It was crazy, because people were like, oh my gosh, this movie's amazing. And I was like, what are you guys seeing?
What are you guys seeing? And we stayed for the conversation. Yeah. And it was still like,
I mean, I saw it a little. I'm like, okay, I see why people think this is
I can see why. Sort of. So for like that one guy that was there, and he was like, I've seen this movie like 15 times.
Dude, and he was reciting lines as the movie was happening.
Yeah.
I was like...
He was like sitting right behind us, and I heard him like whispering lines as the movie was going on. I was like...
He was crying at one point.
Oh, yeah. He was full on
I was like...
sobbing.
I can't relate to the sharks.
I can't relate to really any of them.
Yeah, I forgot the other side.
Jets.
The Jets. Wait, are the Jets the
Jets are the Whites.
Okay.
I
think the Jets are the Whites.
Yeah, not great movies. 2021 though, good year for movies.
I can't name 3.
Suicide Squad.
I just can't name any movie.
West Side Story.
What?
No Way Home. No, that wasn't the same. West Side Story come out 2021 or 2020?
No Way Home?
No Way Home definitely came out 2021. But West Side Story was 2021 too, right?
Probably.
So we watched No Way Home, and then 2 weeks later we watched fucking what's it called? West Side Story.
Wait, that was last.
Because they were both December.
I had no concept of time.
We watched West Side Story in Christmas break. I remember that because we were in Phoenix.
Yeah. What a way to spend an evening or a day.
Honestly, and we went to Red Robin afterwards.
I remember Nathan came like when the movie started.
Yeah, he like just got there. Red Robin's good though. I love me some Red Robin.
I didn't even know if I ate anything that day.
I don't think you did. If anything, perhaps some fries.
Yeah, because I was still in shape, wasn't I? Yeah, I was.
I don't remember. We went to main event afterwards. Overall, solid day. Pretty decent day.
I was waiting for that movie to be over.
Yeah.
When it got to when they were at like that garden or whatever, I was like, the movie's got it. I was like, this movie's still.
Surely we're halfway through this.
When that happened, I remember that when we were in the theater, and then we watched it again for like my class. Mm-hmm. I remember that scene. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like halfway in the movie. I was like, you got to be kidding me. And this guy's reciting lines.
I remember when it ended. You were sitting next to me in the credits, and we were like, well, that was like the only reaction I could like muster up.
I remember people were clapping.
I was like, well.
I was like, I'm out.
Do you think the original one holds up?
Probably. Besides the brown face.
Besides socially speaking, I mean like the quality of a movie. Do you think it holds up? I mean, it has to, right?
I mean, it's Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, I guess
that's held up.
I would rather watch Romeo and Juliet though. That's just me.
Back
Or
to
like,
this again.
what do you mean back to this
We
again?
brought this up on the Kangaroo episode.
Did we?
The Christmas one, because we were like, oh, it's like Romeo and Juliet,
That's right.
and then you're like, oh, Jack and Jill, or I said, boys and girls are Jacks and Jills, and then that rhymes. I should start a rapping label, but
Should you?
And then we were talking about the movie, and now it's a kid's book.
Yeah. And it'll be releasing this Christmas, 2023. Raymond will pen the script. It's not really a script. You just gotta write a book. It's like a sentence per page.
I want to do it like Dr. Seuss though.
So it's at least like 3 sentences per page. Like with rhyming and shit?
Like, those are cool.
Like with rhyming and shit?
Oh.
I don't think we have the lyricism.
Oh, I do. You forgot last episode I was the one who raps lyrically.
What does rapping lyrically even mean?
I have no idea. I heard people say it like, man, this guy's he's lyrically whatever the hell.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I assume they know more about rap than me.
Yeah.
Because I just listen to it.
The corner that critters the one that corners critterly.
I forgot what the other part
A
was.
conversation marked as a professional podcast. See you next week, everybody.